St. Patrick, whose life was a true adventure for God, is much more than just green beer and leprechauns, even though Guinness can be delicious. In late 4th century Roman Britain, Patrick was born to a Christian family and lived a normal life. At 16, Irish raiders abducted him, hauling him across the sea to Ireland as a slave for 6 years. While he was enslaved, he tended sheep on lonely hills, his isolation turning him toward God and prayer. A dream spurred his escape. He walked 200 miles to a port and sailed back to his home country of Britain. There, another vision called him to priesthood, and after training in Gaul under St. Germain, he was ordained a bishop. After leaving 20 years earlier, Patrick returned to Ireland, not as a captive, but as a missionary, driven to share the gospel with those who had once enslaved him. His mission began with a quiet yet resolute step onto Irish soil, a land of druids, untamed by Roman order. Patrick arrived with little more than faith, his shepherd's staff a symbol of his past and purpose. He settled first in the north, where he built a simple church, a foothold for his work. Word of his return spread, and curious locals gathered, intrigued by this man who spoke their tongue, learned in captivity. He preached in homes, churches, and open fields, telling of a God who offered redemption, not wrath. His approach was gentle but unyielding. Patrick's early efforts focused on the common folk, farmers, herdsmen, and women who wove tales by the fire. He listened to their stories, then shared his own, a slave turned servant of God. His use of the shamrock, a humble plant, to explain the Trinity struck a chord, its 3 leaves on one stem mirroring their own reverence for nature's mysteries. Soon, small Christian communities sprouted, linked by trails he walked tirelessly. He ordained priests from among the Irish, trusting them to carry the message further, a seedbed for a church that would grow beyond his lifetime. Miracles trailed him like shadows. On a hill during Easter, he lit a Pashol fire, its glow defying a ban by local powers, a beacon of divine favor that silenced protests. Pursued by foes, he and his band slipped away, cloaked as deer bounding through the woods, a marvel of God's protection. Once offered poisoned food, he prayed, and the poison lost its sting, his calm faith a shield. He also is said to have banished snakes, a demonic and pagan symbol from the island. His mission wasn't without resistance. Druids and chieftains constantly threatened and challenged him, yet Patrick pressed on, confronting them with words, not weapons. He baptized thousands, some say tens of thousands, over decades, his feet wearing paths across Ireland's green expanse. His Confessio, a stark memoir, reveals no pride, only gratitude for a life redirected by grace. The stories of his miracles stir awe, but it's his persona, humble, brave, and tethered to hope, that endures. His shamrock remains a quiet emblem of unity, his legacy a call to see redemption in every shadowed place. On March 17th, the world dons green. But the church lifts a deeper toast of Irish whiskey to a shepherd who never stopped seeking the lost. Please subscribe to help spread the word and to discover more saints in 3 minutes. Thank you, and God bless.